welcome to the Radical Geek YouTube channel. It is Meal Prep Monday. Welcome to the Radical Geek YouTube channel, where we publish videos mostly on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then we have a live stream, affectionately coined Coffee Talk, on Sunday nights at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, where we make a beverage, usually coffee related, but sometimes tea. And right now we're doing our summer beverages. And then we often pair it with a ketogenic friendly recipe. So if you have requests or things you want to see, make sure you drop it down in the comments and I'll put it into the queue when we have time and space available. But on our last Coffee Talk, I mentioned that I noticed that the Two Crazy Ketos had this meat of the day thing going, and I do need to meal prep, and we have tomorrow, their meat of the day is shrimp, if I'm not wrong. I could be misremembering the calendar, but I have shrimp. I have some red Argentinian shrimp, and then I also had some leftover little white shrimps, so we'll throw those on at the end. And I thought I would make a nice stir fry with a cauli rice base, so that you can have that real nice on the side with like maybe a small steak, or underneath some eggs, which is what I'm going to do this morning. Or you could have it with a hamburger patty on the side, you know, really, or actually tomorrow, if there's any left after the family gets to it, it's possible that I'll cook up a nice little piece of cod to go on the side too. So even though it's a keto friendly dish, because it is a lot of vegetables, plan your day accordingly. Especially there's also the coconut aminos in the sauce, so you're not going to sit down and eat this whole giant bowl. This is enough for 4 to 6 people as a small little side. And that'll give you your 7 or 8 carbs. So it's a meal's worth of carbs, and so you want to be mindful of that as you work through it. But entirely delicious, and they're when you have your carbohydrates, they're the better choice carbohydrates, because it's coming from low glycemic vegetables and fiber from the coconut aminos. So, but what I have here is my grated cauliflower, and I did have this steamed up ahead of time. So make sure that if you have it ahead of time, you make sure that you've put it out on a towel and gotten all of any excess liquid out of it. I kind of recommend having it pre-cooked, because if you come out here to do it on your griddle first, you're going to have to bring out water and do some steaming with the domes. It's a lot of extra steps. Whereas if it's already cooked and this is your leftovers, you just warm it up, dry it out, bring it out here all nice and cold, and we'll heat it up on the griddle, no problem. Then here I have a small zucchini and a small summer squash that I have cut up in small pieces. I made sure that all the pieces were about the same size, even though they're different shapes, so that they cook at the same time. 1 shallot. You might ask, why not onion? And I'm like, well, I like the flavor of the shallot in stir fry. It's a personal preference. You could certainly use any onion you like, or no onion. I feel like onion is a flavor profile that it kind of needs, but if you're not into the onion, and a lot of people are not, just leave it out. Very flexible. And in here I have a hunk of ginger root that I minced up, and then I also pressed through 2 cloves of garlic. Yes, if you want to use the jarred or the packaged vacuum sealed garlic, this would be fine in this recipe. I added the fresh garlic, and I think it is a little bit more pungent, and I like strong flavors, so I went with the raw garlic. I have 2 beaten eggs, again my 2 shrimps, and then I have my sauce. The sauce is coconut aminos, about 3/4 of a cup. It's a lot, but remember it's being divided up amongst many people. And then about a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. That gives it some of that extra sweet that you usually get in stir fries pre-keto, but also adds to the tang. And then of course my fish sauce, which I love, and that adds a bunch of salt. You notice that I don't have salt and pepper here. That's why, because there's tons and tons of salt in the coconut aminos, and fish sauce is basically salty anchovy, so I didn't need more salt. And remember, you can add salt, but you can't take it away. And then I have about a tablespoon of FlatIron Pepper Asian Red chili flakes and a stick of butter. I may or may not use the entire stick of butter. That's going to just depend on how it goes. But my griddle is ready, so I'm taking about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to toss it down here. And I don't want it to accidentally slide out the back, nor do I want it to burn. My griddle is on low, but I'm going to start right off with these vegetables because they will take the longest to cook. Scoop the butter in them. And this is another one of those super fast and easy dishes. Literally just going to toss these around a little. You don't have to cook them to smithereens, but you do want them to soften a bit. And I will go ahead and throw my shallot and my garlic and ginger. So while this griddles, I do have some things to talk to you about, nothing important or stuff like that. But also on the live stream, people had asked me to talk about the coffee PrimeDay deals. And as you know, coffee can get up there in price. So it's no surprise that even with the PrimeDay deals, some of it is pretty expensive. I did take some notes, so give me a hot second here to grab that sticky here. Oh yes. So, and I will, after I get this all set up, I will make sure that I put in the description links to these. I'm not affiliated, so you're not gonna be doing any sort of affiliation through me. I might check and see if other people want to use an affiliate link for it, but right now these are just PrimeDay deals. So the handiest device, it's not for your high-end coffee drinking, but the Instant Pot Dual Pod Plus. It's going to be $200. It might actually already be on sale. It's $30 off. Yes, I know, $200, right? But this is your convenience coffee device. It takes both K-cups, like the Keurigs, and it also takes the Nespresso pods. So you can buy the really tasty pods, or you can buy the really cheap pods, whatever you need to do to, and you can make it whichever way you want. Plus, that means there's an espresso option on it. Not like the greatest espresso, but honestly, espressos are not bad. Shocking to say, but Nespresso is very tasty. Alright, my shallot has gotten nice and brown. I'm going to throw on my cauli rice. Tap the leftovers out a bit. Give that a toss with my veggies. And it just takes a minute. The next thing I'm going to do is make a little cavity here, and my uncooked red Argentinian shrimp go down. And again, if I didn't say it before, I don't remember, the Blackstone is on low. This is not a high heat cook. You will have a horrible mess if you use high heat. Throw in another blob of the butter. You gotta keep things moving. It's you guys remember that TV show? If you watched cooking TV, Yan Can Cook. I think it was like in the 80s or maybe the 90s. And he used to say, it's stir fry, not stir stare. So same thing applies. You want to keep it moving. And that little blob of butter gets all absorbed by the cauli rice, which gives it that a little bit more of that unctuous and helps it crisp up a little. You don't want soggy veggies. But yeah, so that Instapot Dual Plus maker, even though it's $200 and it's only $30 off, is a great value if you need quick and easy and accessible and not, 10 minutes for pour over, which of course is your better brew, but you know what I'm saying. And all right, this is looking nice. My shrimps are in good shape. I'm gonna add the leftover shrimps. They don't actually need to do anything but get a little warm on them. Now, here's the trick. I'm gonna scoop this over. I'm gonna put down butter, block it with here, and throw down my egg and give that a quick scramble. And that's all right that we're leaving that there while we scramble up this egg. It's such a shame that the sauce is so delicious that I really feel like it's essential. Because if it wasn't essential, you would barely have to wipe this griddle down. It just, everything smooshes together. Anyways, so now you go ahead and you bring everything to the middle, chop your egg up in there. By the way, are you guys noticing how high in protein this is with your shrimps and your eggs and all of the other stuff in it? So, high value side dish. Really good profile. You can always add more eggs if you want. Get a little bit of a chopped up in there. Alright, and now we just add our sauce. Give it a stir. Oh, that sizzle. Now we're griddling. Just give it a second for that sauce to cook up. You can actually turn your griddle off now while it finishes up. You're just going to let that sauce get a little caramelized onto the food. And it literally just takes seconds. And like I said, you got to be pretty fast with it because you don't want to hammer your shrimp. That's why you start putting everything really fast at the end here. But I may have been overzealous with my sauce, but I don't care because it's so awesome and so tasty. But here we are with our stir fry all complete. Chop that little piece of egg up a little more. Now, I'm going to scoop a little bit into my bowl. Get me some of those nice shrimps. And I'm going to actually, I'll taste it here for you because I want to. But also just, I'm going to go and fry up a couple more eggs and toss them on top. So I'll be turning my griddle back on and making me some dirty eggs before I have to clean it all off. But I just scoop this off into the dish and we are done. So it does take a minute to scoop everything off. But so yeah, so that's the number one thing. The second thing, for actual coffee, if you are looking for coffee on your Amazon Prime Day, I want you to know that right now, and it is a pre-Prime Day sale, but you can go on Amazon and get a subscription to the Atlas Coffee Club. The nice thing about the Atlas Coffee Club is that their coffees are single origin coffees, and I apologize for the sound. Evidently it's street sweeping day, which we like never have, so I don't know what's up with that. So but anyway, street sweeping day, so we've got a lot of extra background noise. But what would the Radical Geek YouTube be without some little chaos? Just tidy up here. So the other thing, now I don't know the price yet, but the Nespresso machine and some accessories should all be running around 30% off. So that'll be pretty awesome. I will tell you that the Mini Essenza is currently on sale now for $140. So that's a small Nespresso. That's why it's called Mini. So that's nice if you need one for like your desk or something like that. And like I said, I'm not sure. I'm sure that the Nespresso Virtuo will go on sale, possibly even more. But it's a high-end and quite pricey, so you should know that. It's an investment. One thing, Nespresso is good, but they are not cheap. Just giving that a quick little stir, double checking it. Everything looks great. I may have taken too much into my bowl, but I don't care. So I will tell you that the Brevo Combo version, which is both the espresso and the regular pods, which, you know, the neutral. Oh Lord, my mouth is all twisted. Let's see. The Nespresso Virtuo also does all of their own pods, but the Breville version is currently $2.59. I think that normal price is like $2.95, so that's on sale. And if you have an original Nespresso, not the Virtuo version, the original one, and it hasn't died yet, then you should know that the Pete's pods are $5 off. So that brings it to like $30 for 50 dark roast capsules, and that's a pretty good deal. And those Pete's pods are very tasty. So those are your big coffee things. Now, if you're looking to drop some dollars, and I realize that the Instapot Duo is dropping some dollars at 200 bucks, but as you know, good espresso machines, you're gonna be looking at $800, $900. So this one, the Cafe Bellissimo, it's a semi-automatic espresso machine. It's definitely not a top-of-the-line machine. It's not, but we're not spending $8,000 either. You'd normally be looking at about $1,200 for a good machine. But if you want one that's good, but not good, this one's gonna do it for you, especially if you're not like super uber snooty, like, and I mean, we don't have a great espresso machine and we do just fine. But this Cafe Bellissimo, it's down to $5.79 right now. It's a semi-automatic, and so all it does is espresso. It's just espresso. So which, you know, espresso is great because you can make your cappuccinos, you can use them for lattes, lots of different drinks. But there's your espresso machine deal. So I feel bad like recommending something that's $600, $5.79, but you know, that's just what these machines cost. They are a lot of effort to get that many bars of pressure, so they're just expensive. Okay, it's still very steaming hot. I might burn my mouth, but hopefully not. Let's go for it. Steaming hot, but also that nice kick from the chili flakes. Just right. So there's my shrimp dish for tomorrow, and if I'm eating extra right now for breakfast, I kind of think that I don't know that this was turned into the meal prep I was thinking, because it tastes really delicious, but I have a feeling once everybody else in the household gets a whiff that it might be gone pretty quick. So just means I'll have to make something else later in the week, right? I'm probably going to be lazy and just throw stew beef in the Instapot, but maybe I'll put it in the smoker. If we do, I might show you that. Make some burnt ends out of our stew beef, something fun like that. I don't know. Let me know what you think, and if you think of something that you'd like to see for meal prep, just let me know and we'll get on it. And I will see you later. Bye bye.